And welcome back to Root, a story told by Steph and friends. It's been a while. It has been a while, you guys. We're going to do a recap because if we haven't forgotten, you probably have. So we started out the last session making our way down further into the depths of this underground area, following what looked like a bird cage attached to a pulley system, which crashed further down. You all went down to investigate and found some pottery. And after some archaeological investigation from Molevin and Quillon, you found what looked like ceremonial jars. And with some experimentation, you discovered that within these jars was held, air quotes, wine, much like the stuff the Rose Moons might have used. You then made your way further in, where you found that the next entrance had kind of been barricaded, but it had been barricaded from the opposing side. Now, a couple of you worked together to pry this away and break your way through. And you found yourselves at a fork in the road, with 3 different paths you could potentially take. After a little bit of debating, Quillon, you picked up the smell of someone cooking. And it seemed like the best option. So you all made your way, attempting to be quiet, some of you not so much, into what you found was a very large town underground, lit by these yellow crystals that gave off a warmth and a light. It gave it a sense of daylight down here. And then you found the sign for the bookhouse, aka the library. And immediately you all felt that this was the place to go. You needed answers. There's a whole civilization living down here. What's going on? So you make your way to the library, where Jules spent some time doing some arts and craft. You made not so great friends with Gilbert, the frog at the front desk. You explored further in to see if you could find your grandfather's missing journal, Molevin. And then you spoke with the head librarian. After some discussion, you were taken into a secret room hidden in the back of the head librarian's office, which seemed to be some sort of chapel or religious chamber with a large tapestry depicting what from a distance was the same shape as the Great Horned One. But in fact, this tapestry had a lot more detail, which may not have been shown in the stonework. The Great Horned One was not a bird, but was in fact a bat. And it was revealed that the Eerie dynasty had in fact made a deal with what were referred to as the Great Old Ones, not the Great Horned One, in order to gain access to the world above. And it was revealed that both the real and the replica potentially came from the same source. Though this is not 100% confirmed. So the head librarian said that they were not around or alive at this time, so could not confirm. They've only picked this up from what they read in books. She mentioned reading some of the Molevin books, one of which they were in the middle of, and was quite keen to meet your grandfather. So, with the help of Francois, you were able to use the elevator to get back up to the market, where your grandfather, Jonathan, and Freddie were waiting for you all. It was Ratthew who went up in the elevator, in the coffin-sized box in the dark. And eventually you all came back down. And from there, the party divided. Well, then you took your grandfather to the library. Jules was taken to see the engineer who had maintained the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of you were taken to the inn. Before stepping into the inn, Freddie grabbed both Jenny and Valentino by the sort of scruff of their necks and pulled them out after spotting someone bearing the Rosemoon crest on their uniform. There was some back and forth about whether or not to murder this person, this denizen. You opted not to, and sent in Ratthew, who you felt was best for the job. He was going to go and ask some questions and see who this guy was. Whereupon Ratthew went in to do so. He introduced himself as Jonathan.
Great.
And Fox in question introduced himself as Syl. And very quickly, Syl took over the conversation, being the one to ask the questions instead of answer them. But eventually felt comfortable enough round Ratthew, or Jonathan, that he mentioned that he had a bit of a side project going on, and that if he could accomplish it, he wouldn't be working for the Rosemoons much longer. He just wanted to go back to his family. So he wrote something down on a napkin for you, the name of a meeting place, and then you parted ways. Ratthew returned to the group and discussed what you had found out from Syl about the hidden Eerie treasure vault. And that was where we left off. So those of you who are currently at the inn, I believe Quillon, Ratthew, Jonathan, Freddie all went up to the room. When you got up there, you signalled out of a window so that Jenny and Valentino could fly up without having to pass through and be spotted by Syl.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start with Jules. Jules, you're taken further into town, with Francois leading the way, flip-flopping his way, as he was doing previously. And he leads you to... It's a fairly busy end of town. There's a lot more of these crystal lights. They sort of form like a little alcove in this sort of section. It's a rather large alcove, but they're all along the sort of curve of the ceiling and the surrounding walls, and a lot of the buildings here are built into the stone walls. It's very warm, it's very cozy. There's a lot of families outside at tables, socializing and just generally having a good time. It kind of reflects the feeling of when you were walking around Yellowbell up top with people sitting in their gardens. But there's more warmth here. Where you were upstairs, it was kind of, everyone was just kind of uneasily content with their lives. There was no buzz of like joy or happiness from the people upstairs. It was just plastered on smiles and nobody rushing to do anything. The vibe down here is a lot different. There's a lot of chatter, there's plates clanking, and there's a lot of laughter. And everyone seems to know each other. They're shouting across to each other, telling jokes. And already it just feels a lot more homey down here.
Wait. there's laughter and content.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confused.
Why are you confused?
Is it like Ginnon laughter, or is this some like I'm thinking too deep in it, probably because of what's happening above ground.
Yeah, so above ground, although people are smiling and saying that they're content with their lives upstairs, there's no joy or happiness that comes from these people. There's no emotional resonance with what they're saying, with how they're behaving. Mm-hmm. Whereas down here, they are happy and content, but it radiates from them with this joy, with this laughter. So you can feel what's missing from the people in Yellow Bell above ground. The people down here have it.
Okay, so what's happening down below the ground is natural. It's not this weird. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He leads you to a small home. And as you approach the door, you can see it. There's something familiar about the way that it's kind of set up. There's crates outside full of random parts, pieces of wood, piping, and you can smell the familiar scent of someone who's been maybe like soldering something. And the door is open. And Francois opens the door. And he immediately steps in. The entire place is lit up. There's no darkness here. And as he enters, he looks about. Gregor, are you in here? And he calls out, and you hear what sounds like someone dropping a pan and a string of curse words. I think he's in the kitchen. Francois heads on in, and you can hear a conversation happening. I wouldn't say they're raised voices, but there's a lot of grumbling coming from the other person. And eventually you can hear the hobbling across the floor and the thud of someone with a walking stick.
Hello.
And a large grizzly badger hobbles into the room.
A grizzly badger. Ooh.
I mean grizzly as in his disposition, not as in like grizzly bear. I'd like to clarify that.
You know us too well, Steph.
I do. It's the minute you went grizzly, and I was like, damn it.
Crossbreed.
No, he's just generally... He looks like he's had a couple of electric shocks. He's kind of like static fuzz, and he's a bit old and crotchety.
Mr. Gregor? I was told you were maintaining the elevator?
Yeah, was. Was being the optimal word in this situation. What can I do for you?
Well, I saw the elevator working and I was like, marvelous, but it feels like there's some room for improvement where it sounds like such a chore for people to have to push the thing to make it go up. And I was hoping to have a talk with you to see if we can improve the design.
I go life, it makes my life easier. Go for it. He sort of gestures, and you can see that his leg is done up in a cast. It's been out of commission because I can't exactly work it right now.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to help you improve on it, but I might need a bit more blueprints to make sure that what I want to do works. Like, if I can draw out my ideas, maybe you can see if this works with what you already have.
You could give it a go, or I'll have a look. I can't. What exactly were you thinking?
Because I saw you had a beautiful waterfall that you can already use as a source of power to make the thing go up. But normally, if you put a water wheel against the waterfall, then the wheel keeps spinning and spinning. But if you make this special gear in between that only turns when you connect this lever, like so, and it rolls like this shifting gear mechanism where if you pull the lever, one gear moves out of the system, and if you pull the lever in, it goes in, and then it connects two gears, making a third gear go or stop. So if you do it this way, you can have the waterfall provide the force so people don't have to be pulling the wheel.
And
Does that make
you'd
sense?
be able to do something like that. It sounds quite technical.
I can do a lot of it, but I might not be able to do it on my own. I might need some help from
We can
other
get you help.
crafters.
I just want to know that it's feasible. It's all good you coming out with these ideas, but if they've not been tested, it might not happen.
I mean, I can make you a prototype, or even better. Did you know one of the children around here? They're a genius. They might be able to make it small scale. Did you know?
I don't really get out all that much. There's a lot of maintaining to do down here.
Even with your leg, it's difficult to maintain stuff if you can't really move much.
Right, and there's not really... I haven't had a chance to train anyone up to, as an assistant. So there's just so much work to do I haven't had the time.
Is Francois still there?
Yeah, Francois is still here.
I remember it was his kid that was a mini genius.
Yes, it was one of his kids. The only one with the brain, apparently.
Mr. Francois, would you mind getting your genius kit? Because I think Mr. Gregor might actually be able to teach him a lot more.
I can certainly go and find him. It's not a problem. You could both just come back with me. Or would you prefer to wait here?
That depends on Mr. Gregor seeing his leg.
I mean, I can still get around. I just might be a bit slower. If this kid's as good as you say, then it might be worth it. And the library's the best place to find and make blueprints anyway. My house ain't got a big enough table for that.
Then maybe we go to the library.
Very well, we shall go to the library.
Yay!
Cool. As you make your way, Gregor walks in silence for a little while. And then as you slowly walk, he glances at you every so often. I've got a question for you. Supposing the blueprints are okay, I think they're sound. How long is it going to take?
That is a good question. That really depends on how the current gearing is set up. I don't know how complicated the current mechanics are.
I mean, it's pretty dang old. What you see is what you get.
Feels like if it is that obvious, like half a day, maybe?
Well, we're going to need to find materials, so that's going to take us some time. And it's getting enough hands who know what they're doing. Suppose you could use the old lab to put everything together, but you'd have to lug it back here after.
Yeah, that's the biggest part. I think it's half a day to process the materials and install, but the part before that, I don't know. I don't know how resources are around here.
All right. Well, we'll get the plan sorted first, then, and then I suppose play it by ear from there.
Mm-hmm.
So the three of you head your way back towards the library.
To the library!
To the library. Molevin, you are already at the library with your grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Upon first hearing about a library, he assumed it was his library. You tried to tell him otherwise, but he claimed finders keepers and then set off on his way towards it with more gusto than you've seen in many years.
Mm-hmm.
He is currently hobbling very quickly up and down aisles with the look on his face like a giddy child in a candy shop. He's currently running from shelf to shelf, picking out books, flicking through them, putting them back, and then running on to the next section and shelf. You've not seen him this animated in many, many years.
Wow, grandfather, I didn't realize you had this much energy left in you.
I'm in my element, my boy!
I see where I get it from.
There is so much knowledge here, I don't know quite how to digest it or what to digest first.
Maybe you should just pick a book at random and start reading.
I've been doing that. He pulls another one off the shelf, flicks through it, and then puts it back. So much to know.
Well, let's get you a stack of books and let's get you situated somewhere where you can read. I don't want you dying on me. You're moving really fast.
Who could die with so much round me? What if I'm already dead? Does this happen? Is this what it looks like? This is certainly what I think it would look like.
Too, I mean, I've had my own theories about it.
We're not dead, are we?
I hope not.
We didn't fall down that awful chasm, did we?
I don't think we did. I think the elevator worked just fine.
Well, the spiders ate us. That's the other alternative.
I thought they were your friends.
Oh yes, you're quite right. We established very early on that your granddad's losing his marbles a little bit.
Yes, and he's trying to domesticate the spider.
I wonder how he's doing.
How who's doing? grandfather?
Samuel, the spider.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like my dad, my brother. But I think the spider's probably okay.
Yes, I hope so. Good. And then he hurries off to the next shelf.
I guess he's gonna be safe here, right? I don't. I guess I could just go meet up with the rest of the group.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be disturbing
Yeah.
anybody, and the idea was to bring him down so that he could be somewhere safe and cozy, and there's food and a better place to rest for him. So yeah, I'd say he's fairly safe here.
Can I go talk to the lady, that like the chief librarian?
Yeah.
I'm blanking on her name, but I'll go
You
knock on
didn't
her
ask for
door.
her name.
Yeah, it's probably a Molevin thing to do. I'll knock on her door. I'll skip the guy at the desk. Hate that guy.
Gilbert.
Yep. Don't want to talk
He's
to
been
him.
watching you and your grandfather this entire time, like wrinkling his nose in distaste, but he hasn't
Oh.
said anything after the berating he got from the chief librarian last time.
Yeah, I'll go knock on the chief librarian's door.
You hear the familiar sound of all the various locks on the other side being undone, and then the familiar snout kind of pops out.
Hello,
Oh,
Ben.
it's you.
I'll like gesture because this is on the second story, right?
Yeah, it's up on
Yeah.
on like the above balcony.
Yeah. I'll gesture down towards my grandfather, be like, "That's my grandfather. He is going to be around. You just keep an eye on him. He doesn't mean any harm. He just really likes books."
Molevin, I'd be absolutely delighted.
Just a heads up, he's definitely showing his age, but he's still pretty sharp. But I have some business to take care of, so I'm just gonna leave him here.
Oh yes, by all means, I'm happy to keep him company.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'll give a
No
little
problem.
polite little bow, and then I'll head for the exit. But I'll stop and see my grandfather first.
Yep, he's got like a stack, and he's found himself a nice cushy chair.
Yeah, and he's tucked in a napkin into his thing so he doesn't make a mess. All right, grandfather, I'm taking off.
Oh, you finished? Is it just over already?
What's over?
Your visit?
Well, I'll be coming back. We're not gonna be here forever. It's just I have some business to attend to down here in the caves. And then once that's all sorted, me and you can go back home. We can go see your son, and we can see your other grandchildren.
He makes a face, and then buries his nose in the book.
What was that face for?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm reading.
I mean, you can't. You're gonna lie to me, grandfather?
I'm not
I
lying.
saw
I'm
you.
reading.
I saw you make a face.
Maybe this is just my face.
Is there some sort of problem between you and the rest of the family? Is that why I never saw you at holidays?
What can I say? I had unwelcome views about how young moles should be raised, and I was told I was no longer welcome.
Well, that's fair. I didn't get to leave my room much, so that's why I figured I'd never met you before.
Hence my objections, but...
Well, then maybe after this, me and you can go find some place to... Maybe we can make our own library.
He kind of looks over like the top of the book, not sure whether you're being serious or not, or whether you're just trying to placate him.
There's all seriousness in Molevin's things.
We'll discuss it when you come back, boy.
Alright, Gramps. Don't eat all the books. Save some for me. I want something to read.
Eats books.
Well, no, I don't. I save some books. Keep some fresh ones for me. I don't want you to read every single one.
Yes, I must take it slowly. There's a lot of books here. I wouldn't want to run out already.
'Cause if we run out, then what are we gonna do?
We'd have to write more.
Oh, well. I'll, gesture to the giant tome that Molevin carries. Mine's almost finished.
I look forward to reading it. See what a fine historian you'll become, my boy.
You'll be my editor. You can read through it, make sure everything's good.
Written by Molevin, edited by Molevin, published by Molevin.
Do we have a Molevin that publishes books?
Well, I have a cousin. He's not a Molevin, but he's a Melvin Molevin.
Oh, so published by Melvin Molevin. I see. All right. Well, I'm off. Take care, grandfather.
Come back safe, boy.
All right, and then I'll head towards the inn because I think that's where everybody went.
Yeah. As you're heading towards the inn, you do cross paths with Francois and Jules as they kind of head towards the library themselves.
Oh, well, aren't I lucky? How's it going, Jules?
Hey, Molevin.
Well, what are you doing at the library?
Doing science.
Oh, well, that's not my expertise. Where's everybody else?
At the inn?
All right,
I hope.
Are you guys heading back to the inn, or are you guys going on a side quest?
We are gonna make the elevator work better.
Well, I'll head to the inn then. I don't think I'll be much use there.
You guys want to see history being made?
Oh, never mind. Coming with you.
History!
I am trying to assemble you all.
Was Molevin just history baited?
Yes, he was. Thank goodness. We'll return to the inn very quickly, where the rest of you are currently in your room. If you'd like to discuss your next move, whether you take up Syl on his suggestion or whether you continue your explorations.
I find it really funny that when Chris said 4 more sessions, he was joking, but Zay is like, Zay is serious. Zay's holding it to the...
Hold it.
I'm doing my best to wrangle the number of pathways to go.
Knowing us, I'm not surprised we're finding more.
I need to give you guys fewer options.
Yeah. So we're totally gonna go to that vault, right?
I mean, it's a heist, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it also, intertwines with, what we need to do. It's kind of in the same ballpark. It's maybe a different sport, but it's the same park.
Are we all together now, sir?
Yeah, you guys are all in the room.
Oh, yeah, it's the 3 of us. Yeah.
Well, there's
Okay.
Ratthew, Quillon, Valentino, Jenny, Freddie, and Jonathan.
Oh, it's a party in this room. Everyone's missing out.
You'll just have to remind me, why is a heist aiding our ultimate plan here?
Secrets, ancient treasures. I mean, the deeper we went into this place, we found more secrets about, the past, history, the Fang and all that stuff. I just figure, riches is subjective. We don't really know what riches implies. It could be more information, more history. At the very least, I mean, we're already down here. I don't think we have many leads on where to go next. I think in terms of our little escapade, I feel like this is the next step forward. And that's not me being greedy, that's just what makes the most sense to me.
Just the way you say it is hard to believe anything else, but...
I think Ratthew's right about this one. I think a heist sounds like a good idea, and Quillon's hands are twitching.
The 2 worst people to say it's a good idea. I think doing drugs is great. Yeah, me too. I guess we're all in agreement, I think.
Brother, there is also
it's like we
potential that
finish each other's drugs.
There is also the potential that this person who clearly doesn't like father, we could get him on our side. Could be a very good inside man. Fox.
True.
Oh god, even the person that's supposed to be the god influence is on their side.
I see. I mean, I think the more opinions we get, it seems like majority is kind of coming into favor here.
At the end of the day, brother, you seem to be the leader of this troop, and I think the decision lies with you.
That's
I
right.
think, yeah.
It does.
I mean, leader is subjective. I think we're all kind of, a leader in our own sense.
I'm gonna put my hand in Rathew's mouth when he tries to imply that Valentino isn't the leader.
I think we're...
I'm just saying that it would be good to up our resources. Given the situation that we're in, we'd be a lot safer if we knew what Father's movements were.
I'm not really opposed. But now knowing that it is my decision, that makes the whole thing better. Yes, I say we do it.
Oh, great. I'm glad Valentino said we do it, so we do it now. I mean, I wanted to do it first, I would think, but I thank you, Valentino, for your opinion in the matter.
I wipe Rathew's saliva off on Ratthew.
God, I'm that's
Quillon, you pick up that when you sort of look over, Jenny gives you a bit of a wink as I know how to work my brother to get what I want.
That just makes me think that Jenny and the reason Jenny and Quillon knew each other is Jenny liked to do a little bit of thieving herself.
She's a bit of a mischief maker. There's the whole thing with the swapping out of the weapons that no one noticed until it was too late.
You got me in this mess to begin with.
I like the idea of like Valentino's being this like voice of reason, and then the three people who he quote unquote trusts most are all like, let's steal some shit.
Genevieve is just your typical highborn lady. She likes nice shiny trinket things, and if this vault contains those, she might just be a little bit happier.
Are you sure she's the magpie?
Healthier, happier.
Anyway.
Well,
Anyway.
then, Ratthew, you're our contact point with Syl.
Yep, that I am. I told him my name was Jonathan. I didn't really know what to say in the moment. That was the first name that popped up.
The minute
in my
you
head.
say, I told him my name was Jonathan, Jonathan literally scowls at you. Not only have you said that you want to do one last heist, which he's heard before,
Look,
you've now given this guy that you don't trust his name.
Look. Okay, Jonathan, I could only assume it's a common name. Okay, Jonathan, that guy's Jonathan, he's Jonathan, she's Jonathan, everyone's Jonathan, okay? See, and this isn't just a heist for heist's sake, okay? We need leads, we need to progress in our journey, and as far as we know, the only way to progress forward is by helping this Syl guy, okay, getting in good graces with him and doing this, unless anyone else has any better, roads to take. I don't know any. Doesn't seem like anyone else does. Seems like it's the only path we can take. It's just the smartest decision, okay, from my point of view. And, yeah, I mean, it's also a good thing. That was the first name that popped into my head. It means I'm thinking about you, Johnny. I mean, that is the first name, boom, Jonathan, that popped up in my head. So I think, there's positives to, every other side of the coin.
Did you panic, Ratthew, when you were saying the name?
Like every other coin.
Look, I haven't really done this in a bit, okay? I'm out of practice. I'm getting up there, okay? You can't blame me. I make a slip up every once in a while. I'm not a young, spry rat like I once used to be, all right? And I've been hanging around with you guys. You guys aren't too great for my health either. So, I'm just not... I'm deteriorating is all, It's all right. I still got it. I still got some pep.
I wish I was there.
Jonathan, for some reason, has a slightly amused expression on his face. He doesn't say anything.
Quillon will speak up and go, I mean, you are the leader of a rebellion. Is a heist below you, Jonathan?
The heist ain't below me.
Heist for the sake of good, might I add. It's not just a common heist.
Again.
Ancient history.
I'm part of a rebellion. I've done my fair share of heists, so I ain't got a problem with the heist.
Just your name stamped all over it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, a lot of Jonathans. You know, I've known a Jonathan at least once in my life. So, I mean, if I know one...
Me!
If I know one, I'm sure other people know at least one.
I am the one you know!
Yeah, but, you know, that's what I'm saying. If I know a Jonathan, I'm sure he knows a Jonathan, and she knows a Jonathan. I'm sure they're not you.
I think that the most common name in the Furfallen is Marigold, actually.
I'm sure top 50 names, Jonathan's 51, maybe. All right, he's up there. He's up there.
I mean, you named your son, right? I assume?
Yeah,
Right.
I did. Not Jonathan, but it's semantics.
He didn't
you
name
know.
me Jonathan, I did.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Technically, my name is Ratthew, so I could go up and introduce myself as Ratthew and it wouldn't be a problem.
Oh,
That is true.
that makes
That is-
Ratthew the most common name.
It does, actually, because there's two of them.
Are we not going to talk about the 10 Molevins? Come on.
Oh, the
Oh, yeah.
name in Furfallen is Molevin.
Well, I guess Ratthew's second, I guess. Ratthew's the second with 2.
I like to imagine Jonathan, which is like a generic name in our world, is like really exotic. And
Who's named Jonathan in here? Well, you know, you could, and I wouldn't be upset because you know that. And it's getting hot in here.
I think the real question is, how in the hell are we going to get a man who is maybe considering to betray the Rose Moons to turn a blind eye to 2 hefty rewards and maybe a third, including Jonathan?
Well, I don't think he'll get much reward for turning me in. But
I think that's because you tend to spend a few days in local jails and then get away.
well, we don't gotta talk about that right now. Anyways, we're all charming folks, you know, whether that be verbally charming or, you know, more like, you know, you kind of like motions like a finger across his throat, you know, like physically charming, you know. I think whatever we decide to do, we'll come out on top, I think.
All right. Well, I trust in you that trusts in the plan.
Yeah, winging it is sometimes the best plan you can have.
Could I go collect the other 2? If we're gonna be doing a heist, we'll need the whole team.
Well, yeah, what are they doing? They like, Molvin's, I'm sure, reading books and taking care of his, well, not dying, sorry. His grandfather. I didn't even mean to say that in character. That was just me. I
know for a fact Molevin definitely didn't leave his mildly mentally unstable grandfather alone in the library. I know he would never do that.
All right, Jules, I left my mildly mentally unstable grandfather in the library. Let's go fix the elevator.
Oh boy, I wonder what my grandfather's doing right now.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm sure Jules is hopefully not causing like a world war or something somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we should go find them before we everything just fell on my desk right now. Maybe we should go find them before we discuss any more planning. We should all maybe group up together like a party.
Well, the most common place where everyone definitely should be the library. To the library!
Yeah, let's all go to the library. Actually, let's all go check out the elevator. Let's all go there instead. Maybe
That's
they're
the
over
way
by the
that you
elevator.
said that. My brain literally goes, it needs some sort of cut like the old Batman TV show.
To the library.
Love it. So you make your way to the library.
And you see the door opens as Molevin, Guilles, and 2 frogs step out.
3.
3
Or
frogs.
2 frogs and a... No,
Two
wait.
frogs and a badger.
Yeah, 2 frogs, a badger, a mole, and an otter.
Yep,
Wait,
all make
isn't
their way
it's
out of the
one frog
library.
and tadpole, though. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah, tadpole. Frog.
Frogpole.
Frogpole. They're at that stage where they do have arms and legs, so frogpole is fine. And as you exit the library, you see the others coming towards you.
Oh, it's the rest of the Thorned Roses. Funny running into you guys here.
Hey, guys!
I just got my
Hey.
grandfather all settled in, and the librarian agreed to watch over him, so everything's taken care of.
Wait,
Great.
Your mentally unstable grandfather alone in the library?
Well, yeah, this is where he's happiest, you know. I mean, it's either that or a cave full of spiders, and to be honest with you, I think the spiders are trying to eat him.
He was scared. Then.
But that's neither here nor there, so I think we're heading to the elevator together, right, guys?
Oh, what are we doing at the elevator?
Well, Jules wants to fix it up real quick, and then after that, we can do whatever the group decides to do.
Okay, is real quick like a few minute to hour endeavor, or is real quick like a days? What's real quick? What does that mean?
You know how Jules
Can
works.
you help gathering the resources? Then it's gonna take like half a day, maybe.
Gathering resources. What are we doing? We
Well, I need about this much of wood, probably some metal strips to affix the wood.
Okay.
Some very sturdy rope to keep stuff in place, and as part of the some sort of pulley system thing.
All right. The badger kind of steps forward and sort of gives you a bit of a poke with his walking stick, Jules.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Oh, right, blueprints.
a lot of these materials are probably in the workspace, so we'll do this. I'll lead you around there. There should be a minecart that you can use to pull it along the ground. You'll fill that full of what you need. You get it round to the lift. Francois, me, and the kid will go back towards the lift, and we'll start dismantling what's already there. And then we can work from there.
And Ratthew will go talk to Sal.
Mm.
Yep, and then I'll do that.
I can talk to him. I can bring him. Do you think I could
No.
get him? No?
No.
You sure? I mean,
Yeah,
I can-
no. Yeah, no, I'm sure. Yeah, I think that's okay, Quillon. I think I can just do that part.
Is there anyone at the surface that has to use the elevator?
The only people that use the elevator are tourists. And the elevator has
Okay,
not been working, so no one's used it.
Okay, making sure, because it would be terribly inconvenient if there's someone expecting to use the elevator down and it's not being used right now.
They would have to use the stairs or another entrance. There's more than one. It would be fun.
Okay. To the workshop.
Diddle-diddle-diddle-doo.
I'll
So-
start making disguises for Valentino and. Go ahead.
So, Francois and the child will head towards the elevator, and Gregor will guide you towards what he calls the workshop. He takes you out of Yellowbell and back down the path which brought you here. But as he gets to the fork in the road, he takes the road off to the left, which is a dark tunnel with a small light towards the end of it. It's a bit uneven down here, so watch your feet. And then, as he walks further down, you get to a section which again splits off into 3. And he walks straight down the middle. He doesn't hesitate. He doesn't stop to think. He just walks straight towards it. And as you approach it, you hear a familiar sound of water dripping down onto a metallic surface, making musical noises, musical sounds.
Oh.
Mm.
And you can see the same collection buckets from the tunnels beneath the church.
Oh no.
And you enter a large room. There's a set of double doors, one of which is off the hinges. It's sort of hanging on barely. The other one's just propped open. And you enter into what looks like a workshop. There are tables with equipment strewn on them. There are parts dotted around. There's a large wheel, similar to what the young frog pole had built out of popsicle sticks. One he'd found a schematic of in one of the books. But it's larger. You see crates full of rock and ore. And in another crate you see bits of bone. And as you enter the room, there is what looks like an oven. And again, the hatch on this oven that you'd normally hold closed, it looks like it's kind of burst off the hinges. And all along the floors, you can just see this large black scorch mark. And then on the other side of the room is a big pile of debris that's clearly collapsed and not been picked up yet.
Is this how you broke your leg?
Yes. I was doing some work in the oven. Next thing I knew, I'd been flung across the room. At least I wore safety goggles.
Sadly, it doesn't seem your eyebrows were as lucky.
Mm-hmm.
At least he only broke my leg.
That's
But-
awful.
Hmm.
You don't know what did it exactly?
I might have been messing with something that I shouldn't have been. It's my own fault, really.
What you
Hmm.
elaborate? Well,
He
looks over the
Where
plate.
you were finding the crystals?
He walks over to the crate that's got the ore in it, and he pulls a chunk out, and it reveals some of that same purple crystal from higher up. There's obviously some of the lights around the city have started like wearing dim. I was just trying to bake the new ones to replace them later, and the oven might have got a little bit too hot. I might have fallen asleep on the job.
Have the rabbits asked to use this place?
The rabbits, they tried, but the resources that we got here are slim pickings at the moment. So we refused them. We kind of need these.
Wait, you bake these crystals?
Yeah, when you heat them, they change color, and the properties of it changes. You see, the yellow lights around the cave is what happens. So, fun fact: there's you can look it up. There's a type, so amethyst. As you know, it's a purple color.
Mm-hmm.
But if you bake it, it turns yellow or orange. And a lot of people pass it out as like a citrine, but it's not authentic citrine. It's literally baked amethyst. It's that sort of process.
Mm. But yeah, it's only an amethyst if it is purple. If it's no longer purple, then it's no longer an amethyst, even though
it's a baked
chemically
amethyst.
the same.
But
Did they tell you why they wanted to do that?
no, I can't say I asked. All I know is they wanted the resources, and I said no. They went about their business. They headed down that way, and he points from where you guys are standing back down towards the fork in the road, and points off to the left.
That situation out with the music, is that part of the baking process? Or rather,
It's not part of the baking process. It's a preventative measure. I don't know how much you lot know about the crystals.
some of them changed sound into light until they don't.
Yeah, they absorb the vibration that comes along with sound, and it reflects into light. But the other effect it can have, especially if it's been refined, which is something that the Eerie used to do, is it makes you not quite yourself.
Wait, that music counters that effect?
Sort of.
You said preventative.
Yeah, he points to the ceiling where this water is dripping down, and you can see it's kind of coming from like these stalactites, stalagmites, like in the ceiling, and dropping down into these pots. It wasn't really about the sound that the pots are making and the music. It's more about us knowing when the pots were full. So if they stopped making the sound, you knew the pot was full, you change it out. It's the liquid that they provide. It's like an antidote kind of thing.
The water is the antidote.
Yeah.
Ah! The rabbit did mention something about you can only get it down here.
Yeah, so there's a particular type of plant that grows upstairs. And it filters through all of these stones and it comes down in here. So very similar to what Agdon told you when he told you to use the plants in his garden and to use the roots as the antidote. Anyway, I figure you could use up any of the equipment that you see in here that you might need for the elevator. So take what you need, and he points to the cart that's on the tracks. Stick it all in there and we'll wheel it down.
Wait, Sticky's here?
No.
One of these days.
One of
Okay,
these days
guys.
he's just going to turn up.
This is what we're gonna need. And I'll recite a list of resources.
Okay. Everybody can roll me either a cunning or a luck. Let's see how good your search is.
Oh, and at the end there's probably something like, and a sandwich.
Let's see. I don't even have my character sheet open. All right, cunning. Oh, that's easy.
Yeah, cunning or luck, whichever one you prefer.
I do prefer cunning.
Valentino?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see. Okay, yeah. For the most part, you guys find the materials that you're after. It's not too difficult in this room. There's a lot that's kind of been bundled around, ready for use, or replacement parts. Molevin, Jules, and Quillon. As you're searching around the room, you each find something interesting. Molevin, you find what look like almost casings for like jewelry items, maybe the amulets that you found previously, but they're all missing the crystals. But these look very new, as if
Like
they're
freshly-
maybe recently made.
So they're making new jewelry. Okay.
Quillon,
I'll grab them.
Quillon, you find something that looks like a hammer, but rather than a metal head for it, it's made of this purple crystal.
Hmm.
And if you try to hammer it against something, it makes no sound at all.
Mm.
It's silent.
A quiet hammer.
And Jules.
But does it light up?
It does not.
What?
It does not. Jules, as you are digging around and you find this crate that's got some parts, you think maybe one of these excess bone pieces might be strong enough to use on like some of the levers. And you reach in and you pull out what looks like a dagger made of bone. It's been buffed and it's been polished to a very similar degree as one particular fencing fang.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Trying to make their own weapons.
Is this supposed to be here?
Gregor looks over and he frowns. I don't know. I don't really go snooping around in the bones, if I'm honest. It's a bit too eeky for me. He points to the hammer that Quillon's got. I've seen that before, though. Pretty neat when you don't want to wake no one up while you're working.
Is Jenny here?
Yeah, Jenny is here.
Jenny?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize this?
No, why would I recognize it?
It just feels familiar.
I mean, it's made of bone, but I suppose it's similar to the fang, but the fang is a tooth, which I suppose is similar to bone, but teeth are a little bit stronger.
Would it be the same kind of source?
Mind if we hold on to this?
Who are you asking?
Yeah.
Gregor.
It's not mine to say no.
You don't mind. Okay. Jenny, hold on to this.
Okay.
You're in need of a decent weapon, right?
I mean, you made me one, but I can hold on to it if you prefer.
Backup. Always have a backup.
All right, I'll take it as a backup.
Who brought the bones here?
Not really sure. They've been here for a little while. They just sort of turned up, and I didn't really want to touch them. This is a public workspace, so it could be anybody in Yellowbell. It could be that the guys digging out the underground farm, they could have just found some, buried animal bodies. I don't know.
So these bones, are they kept like in a box?
Yeah, they're in a big crate.
If I purloin things, it's kind of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Does this seem like a crate that would this crate has been come from the underground in some manner, or does this look like it's crates are usually made of the cheapest local wood in the area? Does it looks like it's made with wood from Yellowbell, or does it look like this was a crate that was brought from somewhere else?
The wood that's used to make this crate is of a very high quality. It's old, but it's high quality. It's the sort of thing that maybe if it had been shipped overseas or, holding something breakable, which essentially it might be. This isn't like where you first came in and you found the crates there. This is very different.
If I sort of lift the crate or look for a lid, is there any mark ship if this was used for shipping, if this was used for that sort of thing? Usually there would be some sort of mark or brand on the outside of the crate. Is there anything like that?
As you look for any telltale signs of some sort of mark, shipping notice, anything like that, you find none.
Jenny,
Yes.
did you ever deal with your father's business?
A little.
Is this the type of crate you would use?
She comes over and she has a little bit of a look and an inspection of it. Well, it's certainly the right quality. I don't see any of our branding on it, though. Potentially sourced from the same company before we brand it. It's usually the sort of thing we would ship our wine.
Wine? Oh,
Yes,
right.
these
Not
crates
that
are
wine.
very sturdy. It means that during travel that they wouldn't get thrown around, and they're built specifically with a very sturdy bottom to prevent them from jumping whenever cartwheels hit ditches. Nothing worse than smashed wine, like arriving and then the crate's all leaky and...
So this may have come from the same suppliers, but they've tried to hide who it's from.
I mean, it may have come from the same suppliers, yes. Though, knowing Father and how cunning he is, and we know that he's around somewhere. And she sort of looks at the dagger again. I mean, if it is part of Father's repertoire, then I'm a little bit concerned. Is he trying to replicate the Fang?
If he is, that's not good.
No, it wouldn't be
I mean-
good for anyone.
Can you replicate the Fang? I thought it was a tooth.
Well-
Don't you need a
Well,
tooth
this is
to
the thing.
replicate it?
This isn't a Fang. She holds up the dagger. This is just made of similar components. It's a very strong material.
Possible
If
they
he's
were just
making-
practicing it. Practicing building weapons out of other bones.
Yes.
There you have it then. Nothing is going to come close to the majesty of the fencing Fang.
Of
I
course
assure you.
not.
So, this is just junk.
I mean, it's junk, but it's a little bit concerning.
Jonathan,
Fakes, knockoffs.
what would happen
Wait.
if a
You're saying that the piece of junk I made is actually better than this?
Sorry, as you're saying, then.
as Quillon will say to Jonathan and say, "You your group how dangerous would it be if the Rose Moons were in control of a forge like that, or a source of weaponry?"
Well, it wouldn't be good. I mean, he kind of looks between Jenny and Valentino. No offense to you guys, I think you're pretty all right. Unfortunately, though, it's your dad that's in charge. And if he's making these things to get them on the street, that's a big problem.
I'm good
But
with
you know-
daggers. Let me see how it feels.
Yeah, Jenny will hand it to you if you ask to see it.
Yeah, Quillon will start like tossing it and flipping it and seeing the balance and try to get a read on this weapon, I guess.
It's lighter than you anticipate when you first toss it up into the air, and it kind of throws you for a moment. You're used to handling metal weapons. This is a little bit lighter. But you quickly get the hang of it. It's not terribly well balanced. You feel like maybe this is some form of prototype. It's a little bit clumsy, and it's not, again, very well balanced, and the number of times you almost drop it as a result of this. Or you end up catching the blade rather than the handle. It's definitely a prototype. It's not an officially finished quality product. Much like Valentino said, it's kind of junk.
How close to good is it, though? Like,
It's pretty close. The blade itself is pretty good. The way that it's been cured and honed, it's very sturdy, very much like the Fang, what you've seen. But again, it's the balance of the bone versus the handle and the hilt that they clearly haven't got right.
Could one
Jules, do you-
determine what bone it's made of?
Sorry, say again?
Could you determine what bone it's made from?
Roll me. I think it's going to be cunning. It's the closest thing to intelligence.
That's not going to be good for me.
I think it's awesome for you.
I think it might be the same thing as the Fang, but not the tooth.
Here, let me. Can I see both of them, please? Could I try rolling cunning? Because I'm
You can, yes.
a pretty smart little mole.
Okay. Yeah, you compare the two.
I'll taste them.
Like,
Ew.
You guys
taste
are
test.
licking things that you really shouldn't.
Definitely bone.
It's the second session in a row you've done something like that, you guys.
We're animals. That's how animals work.
Oh, God, he's right.
So Molevin, you check them, you try to figure this out, and you can tell that the grain, the striations on them is kind of similar. So you can get the feeling that yes, this dagger is maybe made of a tooth, but not necessarily a fang. It's potentially come from the same creature.
Are they? Are they around the same age?
Yes. And after a couple of minutes of investigating, you feel like if you kind of held them up side by side, as you're coming to the theory that they've come from the same creature, perhaps. You hold them up side by side, and you realize why maybe pattern came to your mind. Is that when Valentino smiles, you see his teeth.
Valentino, smile for me one more time.
Ah,
And if you hold the fang and the dagger side by side, hanging blade downwards, and you hold them maybe to the side of where Valentino is, the outline of the dagger matches the tooth beside his fang.
Oh my Jesus! And Molevin will drop both the dagger and the fang in shock.
Quillon will catch them.
my fang.
Valentino, you're You're are are you a descendant of one of the monsters?
Well, not a direct descendant, maybe, but it seems as though. No, my kind was around before the. Wait, maybe. I'm not so sure anymore. How would I know?
I mean, I'm not quite sure.
To the library?
Well, the librarian did say that the old ones were back. And so there's a good chance we are descended. Especially if the Fang maybe came from one of them.
Goodness.
It would be much easier to make an agreement if you were related.
Wait,
Mm.
what if the Rose Moons are descendants of the Great Ones, and they were sent to rule them in their stead because the Great Ones were too big and scary?
Does your father ever go on, like, trips to visit the family or some sort of people he listens to?
I mean, Father goes on business trips all the time.
But
Yes,
his-
lots of people to trade the wine with.
You wouldn't trade your wine, though. You would collect it. Does your father visit an old one regularly, maybe?
I mean, we wouldn't know. We were never really privy to Father's business trips. He just said he was going, he'd go, and he'd return with a fresh stash of wine for the cellar.
Oh dear.
Oh, surely you don't think they're really alive after all this time? It was a long time ago.
Did you... Your grandfather, did you... Was there a body? Or were you just told he was dead and
Oh,
buried
Very
above?
bizarre. Very bizarre
I mean, we
question.
We were children. Even if there was a body, we wouldn't be permitted to look. That'd be horrifying for a child to have to see.
Well, it depends how he died, I guess.
And according to Father, he just sort of died. You know? Circle of life and all that.
Old age.
How often does your father visit the family crypt or tomb?
I really wouldn't be able to tell you. I don't keep track of him like that. Valentino? You spent some time with Father?
Steph?
Hmm?
You told me. Well, you know.
Like, you tell me, how much time do you think Valentino would have spent with his dad?
Oh. God. Enough to get the ropes on some business things, but not. I wouldn't have been shadowing him, you know.
Yeah, you would never have been allowed on the business trips. That much is for sure. But he would have tried to teach you the ins and outs of business studies, I guess. So what makes a good deal, what doesn't make a good deal, good trades, what companies to avoid. He wouldn't have taken you to a mausoleum or a crypt. It's a bit too macabre, even for him.
Okay then. So I don't have enough valuable information to tell the others.
No.
We might actually. I need to ask. Do I know about the moving around of of Valentino's father? Because I am the sneak thief. I have been around the family for some time, at least, to have known Jenny.
This is true.
It would have been thought of as unimportant, usually, but now looking back on it, is it possible I may have overlooked something?
Roll me a luck roll, please. Okay. You may not have been able to get close to any members of Valentino's family aside from himself and Jenny. But on your few instances where you've caught up with Jenny, perhaps when she was using an alias and pretending to be someone she wasn't, getting into trouble just for the thrill of it, you remember an instance where you were maybe making a shortcut through a churchyard or a graveyard of some sort together, and she hid behind a large statue. This was before you knew her real identity, before you even met Valentino. And you recall seeing Reginald Rosemoon for the very first time. And you had to wonder to yourself what a man in such a fine suit was doing tromping through the mud in a graveyard. And it did at the time fill your head with a few conspiracies, but none of them really came to fruition. Especially not after you found out who he was. You just thought it was a bit strange. But the family was known to have a crypt within that churchyard.
I imagine Quillon goes quiet for a second, and then it just goes, I saw your dad at the graveyard before I knew who Jenny was.
What? You saw Reginald? What? What was he doing in a graveyard?
He was trudging through the mud with a determined look on his face. I didn't think anything of it.
Or did he have a shovel or something?
Your crypt was there.
Alright, well, it's not complete evidence, but it does seem like could have, dug up my grandfather's bones, is what you're saying? The thing is, my grandfather wouldn't have been big enough to really match the size of this.
No, grandfather was regular sized, like us. I think people
Unless
would
the
have
crypt is
noticed.
keeping in. Well, yes, exactly. So unless the crypt was keeping a larger supply of old ones, well,
We It might be worth our time to go back to Talonflake, Valentino.
Talonflake? Would go right into the beast of the belly, so to speak. I don't think it'll change much. If he's already gone and taken all of the bones, there won't be much there to see. Rather than it'll just confirm what we are fearing. There's another way to confirm that, and that's confronting my father himself.
Brother, are you ready for that?
I know my friends will make up for any things I'm not ready for.
You'll know he can be a very frightful man. Bat. But if you're sure, then I will be by your side.
Thank you.
Right, I'm just going to take 5 minutes and just go and get a drink.
Of wine? Or...
It's kind of a lot.
Hmm.
It's no length my father won't go to, it seems.
I don't know. I feel like your grandfather's a giant bat monster.
Me
You think?
personally.
That's what I'm getting from this whole situation. Either your grandfather or your great grandfather, and we're gonna have to kill him. And he's God, so I don't know. My premonition from the beginning of the session is coming true.
Molevin, what are the odds that an old one is just under Talonflake? What you know the histories, and what do you think?
It's too much.
I guess you're right there. You recently learned that the histories were altered, so even if you did know, it might not be that useful.
We'll just have to figure it out for ourselves.
This is the type of conspiracies that is laughed about even amongst the conspiracy. This is the kind of thing that even the most seasoned corvids will laugh away.
But yeah, from your search results, you are able to find any of the items that you require for your new elevator project. So are we loading up into the minecart and heading back, or have you got more you want to investigate here?
We could investigate where the rabbits went, but that is going deeper.
Yeah, I'm fine doing either. I mean, I guess we can flip a coin on what takes more precedent in the current moment, the the rabbit dilemma or the making history with fixing up an elevator. I'm fine for either.
We can finish the elevator right now and then get on with our business so there's no more sidetracks.
I can go up into Yellowbell, see if I can catch any ears in the conspiracy. Mask around, see if there's more evidence of anything. While you work on the elevator?
So, I mean,
you do as you please.
I think that could be okay.
Okay. So everybody's heading back towards the elevator, and then Quillon, you're splitting off to
Yeah, I
find
can.
information?
Yeah, I might go up into Yellowbell and see if I can catch the ear, and since I know the way back down and it's not a huge
Oh, you're going to the yellow belt upstairs.
yeah, like maybe to look around and sneak around and see if I can see if any rumors or gossip might be able to help with our situation. See if the conspiracy has any intel, I guess. Kind of thinking.
You know that the conspiracy wasn't really around Yellow Bell very much, so if you are investigating, it's going to be mainly yourself.
Yeah. It's also maybe worth seeing, going up since I'm the stealthiest to see if the Rose Moons have gotten close to Yellowbell in any manner.
Okay. Sure, it's going to take you some time to get back up there.
No worries.
So what we'll do is we will do a couple of rolls for the elevator. Who is doing what to help support? Jules, where do you need everybody to get this finished?
I need someone to hold the beams in supports. I need someone to fasten the ropes and the bands. I need someone to line up the wheels.
I vote the wheel.
Anyone?
I'll line up the wheel.
Okay.
Now, Molevin, you're like strong. Oh, you're strong too, Valentino. Maybe one of you guys
I'm
should,
strong.
hold
I'm
up the beams
Yes.
or whatever.
I got the beam.
Okay, and Valentino can do the rope.
Okay.
I'll
Those of you-
delegate.
Those of you doing heavy lifting need to roll might. Anybody doing anything dexterous with your hands, like doing the ropes or etc., finesse.
Oh.
And Jules, I need a cunning.
Oh no.
Molevin passes.
You know,
and
what am I doing?
What was your job?
It was like lighting up the wheel. Is that like a might thing or a
Finesse.
I'd say that's more of a finesse because you've got to make sure it's aligned rather than heavy lifting.
Okay. Well, sorry guys, this thing's gonna blow up. Never mind. I'm actually not useful anywhere with this. My might is 0.
So, Valentino and Molevin, you're doing a sterling job with like the heavy lifting and making sure everything fits into place, making sure everything's securely in place. Ratthew, as you're trying to align the wheels, Jules is trying to explain to you the mechanism, but it's a little bit too technical for you. You just want to get it lined up so that it clicks into place and be done with it. Unfortunately, that's not exactly happening.
What needs to happen?
Jules, I got it. I
No.
got it. I know what I'm doing. I've lined up a couple wheels in my day. Okay, I know what I'm.
Left a
step
bit,
aside.
right a bit, a little bit more left. And it's like it's the backseat driving of mechanics. After a little while, Ratthew, you do feel like maybe you get it into place. There's no like satisfying click like you expect, but it seems secure enough.
Come on, that's good. You never seen a wheel better than that. That's good.
And as Jules, as you look it over, yeah, it looks pretty good. Excuse me.
It looks pretty
yeah.
good.
Sorry, I didn't get to mute in time.
Oh.
I tried so hard.
The wheel comes off.
Yeah, I sneeze. The entire world vibrates and the wheel pops.
I am so scared about that lever situation. Because it feels like one wrong move and the elevator will go up and up and up, and then it reaches the top, and then it wants to be pulled further up, and then it breaks.
Okay, how would you combat that? Anybody else got suggestions to help Jules, or
A brake
There
system.
needs to be a safety mechanism when it reaches a certain place. It needs to activate the lever to go to neutral mode.
You need like tooth pegs on the gears. I don't know how this stuff works. Tie some knots in the rope.
And it needs to be something that when the elevator reaches point X, this lever goes back to stop moving.
Right, so you put some notches in the sides of the the wall where the elevator's coming up. Or at certain lengths of the rope, you tie a bigger knot in the rope so that it reaches a certain level and triggers something.
That 9 is the little frog, probably.
so? In order of roles, you had Jonathan, you had Jenny,
Okay.
You had Gregor, and then you had the tadpole kid.
The tadpole! Of course.
It's kind of fitting.
The genius.
The genius, that's why I wanted our little genius to join us.
I just thought that was really funny. Like in my head rolling for these characters, and it's gone amazingly.
Of course, Jonathan looks at it as like, I'm a social creature. I don't know machines.
He has no idea. He tries to like give some sort of potential, and it's just like, no, that's literally going to kill someone. Jenny's suggestion is throw money at it and see what happens. Not appropriate down here. They don't use money. Gregor's suggestion is semi-solid. He's got a good grasp of how the elevator works, being the engineer around it originally, so he knows kind of what he's looking for. And it's the youngster that kind of chips in with the most feasible solution about counterweights and making sure that they are timed properly with the speed of the shaft, like the elevator shaft, making sure that as it gets to the top, that counterweight manages to slow it and stop it as it reaches the top.
Oh, yes, of course. When the elevator reaches the top, then the counterweight will reach the bottom.
Yes, I know a tiny bit about elevators. I was at work, always break down. Minimal knowledge. But there's a little bit there.
Of course, I never use counterweights because normally I only need to make stuff keep going.
You could always have someone upstairs using like a brake system too, but that would need someone with really great vision to see it coming and having to like hope they see it in time, so the counterweight just makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he sort of crouches on the floor and he starts scribbling out math equations about speed and weight, and those are the bits that I'm not going to try and roleplay because I'm a dumbass who can't do math.
Yeah, okay.
You want to roleplay math in a game with math and dice?
The dice does it for me. I don't have to work it out. So yeah, he sort of sits and starts scribbling in the dirt all these like equations, and Gregor is like over his shoulder, like nodding his head, like this kid is good. So I'm going to ask everybody to make the same rolls they made previously one more time for me.
Aye, aye. Come on, Molevin. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Guys, I have
Okay.
failed.
As have I.
Uh-oh.
I got
And
rope burn.
So is Jules. So is Ratthew.
My soft, supple hands are not used to this hard labor.
Valentino, it's been like weeks. You're still not used to it. Oh my god, we all failed. Oh, nope. Whoever that is. That's gotta be the
Jenny
tadpole.
passed.
Jenny passed.
Mhm.
Alright.
That's Gregor.
Gregor, nope.
And then the tadpole? Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
It's
watch
been
out
a
below!
It's been a really long day, and by this point you guys are like trying really hard to keep your eyes open. You've had the entire expedition down here. You immediately went to the library, then you came to the elevator, then you went to the tavern, then you went to the library again, then you went to the workshop, then you've come back here and you've done so much heavy lifting and working. It's been a heck of a day. You guys are struggling to keep your eyes open at this point. And everything's just kind of, you're clumsy, you're dropping things. You know if you continue to work like this, someone's going to get hurt.
And this
And it's
is
Jenny
why...
that eventually, she finally sort of puts her hands on her hips and says, right, that's it. We're calling it a night. We're going to get some food. We're going to rest. And we're going to look at this in the morning.
Alright. Don't have to tell me twice.
Nope, Jules, you heard the lady. We got this is over.
oh
Yeah,
no,
but
we
this
gotta
is
sleep.
This is a safety hazard. We need to put up a sign out of commission until further notice.
Yep, you can absolutely do that before you leave.
Because
Word of mouth will
If
get
someone-
around.
Hmm?
Word of mouth will get around.
that's risking too much.
That's fine. Like, there's enough
Yeah.
equipment here that you could put up, like, a quick
Yeah.
sign to say, hey, please don't use. Gregor
Out
will
of
kind
order.
of sort of look up and then look back at you and just say, it might be an idea to put the elevator shaft at the top just so that no one walks through the door and plummets to their death. At least
mean
if
at the
they
bottom?
step into the lift, it ain't going to go nowhere.
Let's see if
You
it
mean
works
put it at the
then.
bottom?
No, put it at the
No.
top. So if anyone at the top tries to get into it, it's not just an empty shaft that they walk into. They walk into the box, but it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, because
Leave it
there's
at the
no one to
bottom
use
and
to
wake up.
operate.
Hmm
We wake up in the morning and Valentino's father is at the bottom of the shaft. Crushed.
It's like Peter Griffin at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's leave it at the bottom
Watch your
just
face.
in case that happens.
Don't go
But
in
yeah.
the elevator unless your name is Reginald.
Yeah, elevator only
Just
for
put a sign on the
Reginald.
top of the elevator saying Reginald's only.
But finally,
right.
they're starting to recognize.
Ah.
Okay, they get it.
My own personal elevator.
Don't
So yeah,
worry.
you can put up a sign
Arrogance will be
and
his downfall.
you can put up a sign and then retire to the inn for the evening if you so choose.
Mhm.
All right.
And then
Yay.
come back to this with fresh eyes in the morning. In the meantime, Quillon,
Yeah.
you slowly make your way up the way you came. I mean, there's potential that you use the elevator.
Hmm. I mean, I can fly either way, so elevator or
Yeah,
not.
you could fly, absolutely. It's probably actually faster if you fly, to be honest, but you'll be quite tired by the time you get to the top. But you follow the footprints that you keep seeing everywhere, and you spot more of them as you make your way up to the top and towards the market, and then back down the tunnel and up through the well. It's evening outside by the time you get there, and you make your way towards Upper Yellow Bell. This time of day, people are sitting in their gardens, watching as the sun sets. The butterflies have sat themselves on the flowers, on the yellow flowers, where Yellow Bell gets its name. Where are you looking? What are you hoping to scope out?
I think of the if the Rosemoons are coming through, they're going to come to the town leaders. Is there like a town hall or like a like what inn would be used by marquee officials? Like where do the marquee aligned?
When you scoped out Yellow Bell originally, when you first came into town, and you were looking for the mailbox that was mentioned, you were looking for things like the house with the yellow door, and when you had your momentary sort of urge to pickpocket the locals, and when you sort of were starting to go through some withdrawal, you remember seeing a very large, ornate-ish building. It's not obstinately ornate, but like some of the brickwork was maybe it has some nice scroll work, and like the fences are maybe iron as opposed to wood, and the garden has been done up so they've got like the fancy like bushes that have been shaped to look like things. That sort of thing. And it stands out amongst the rest of it, where again everybody is quite content with what they have. This is a little bit more than I'm content, and would be possibly the only place that the Rosemoons would stay if they did come to Yellowbell.
I'll sort of get close and I look around to see if there's any sort of guard presence, like
The Upper Yellowbell is a Marquise held town. There are Marquise guards around, doing routine patrols, and there are a couple stationed at the front door of this inn.
Does the inn look like it's still open to the public, or does it look like it's been locked down to keep the public out?
It's not been locked down necessarily, but the two guards on the door definitely look like they're on duty. So if someone tried to get in, they'd potentially vet them, pat them down, ask them their business.
Well, can I try to sneak up to the inn and see if I can suss out what would be like the most lavish room? Would it be like a penthouse room, or would it be like would there be a whole floor that the Valentinos could rent out to themselves, or would it be a smaller private room?
Well, you've never been inside this building, so it's unclear. You'd be able to maybe get a better look through some of the windows, maybe around the back, not necessarily the front, because again, it is being guarded. But yeah, if you're sneaky enough, you can definitely get up and have a peek through some windows.
Yeah, I think.
It's dark enough that your plumage shouldn't be noticed.
Yeah, I will do that. I think.
Cool. And you've just got a natural sort of stealthiness, haven't you?
I can mark an exhaustion to disappear into the dark, which will let me stay stealth until I inadvertently reveal myself or intentionally reveal myself.
Okay. The other option is you can roll a finesse to stealthy. But I'll let you.
I'll mark it just because if I inadvertently reveal myself, it's fine. But I might as well use it just to make sure that I'm not getting caught on accident.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. You sneak your way towards some of the windows and you start to circle this building, trying to peer into windows. Again, it's dark enough. Your plumage is dark enough. No one's really going to spot you. There are a couple of rooms that catch your eye. One is so it's on the ground floor. It's a parlor. And there's a large piano in one corner, very plush sofas, and the most expensive tea set you've ever seen.
Mm.
And this room is occupied by two figures. Both women. One is a bunny wearing a cleric's garb, made of grey cloth, but not one that you recognize. The other is a very regal figure. Is quite tall, wearing a large hat adorned with flowers. And you recognize Valentino's mother.
Oh no.
Other room that catches your attention is on the upper floor at the back of the house. It is a bedchamber. And this room doesn't catch your attention because there's anybody in it, or rather, it catches your attention because there's nobody in it. And there is an open jewelry box on the dressing table. And there are several very fine pieces of jewelry, including a large emerald ring, a pearl necklace with a ruby at the center, a gold hairpin in the shape of an autumn leaf, and several other valuable pieces, including an earring that looks very much like one of Valentino's. But you know, Valentino's one was returned to him.
Oh shit.
Hmm? Oh shit.
We've got like a fake that's used as a listening device.
Wait. We have Valentino's earring, right?
Or
That he's
do we?
returned to us. Can we compare the two of them?
You can't, you're not here.
I'm not here.
Looking at it, I presume it's the same sort of make and design, but
It's the same shape, the same material, and it has the same crest engraved into it. This could be anybody's. It could be another member of the family's. It's not necessarily Valentino's, but you recognize it as belonging to his family.
It means that if my suspicions are right, it means that, at least for the moment, that Reginald has removed his earring for some reason. Is the energy I get from that. Which means he might be bathing or resting. Yes.
No, carry on.
I look at the bed,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that the Valentinos don't tend to sleep on a bed.
They do
I
not.
look up into the banister of the bed in the room instead of the normal location people would sleep.
Yeah, you look up into the canopy of the bed. There's no one there, but you do see across the top there's like a bar, and you can see like hand grips where potentially 2 bats have been hanging, but there's no one there currently.
You said there were 3 rooms that would have been noticed. Is that correct? I may be misremembering.
It was 2. It was just the
Okay.
2 rooms. The other rooms are, bedrooms, bathroom, dining room. The only 2 that really catch your attention are these particular 2. One because of the people in the one downstairs, and this one because of the valuables left in this room when you've already got the itch.
Mm-hmm. I think it's in my nature. It's so hard not to do. I am going to You said that there were like pearls and the earring and
So there is an emerald ring. There is a pearl necklace with a ruby at the center of it. There is a gold hairpin shaped like an autumn leaf. And there's the earring amongst some other lesser valuables.
Is the window open, or am I just peering into it?
You're currently just peering into the room. The window is not open. Roll me a luck roll, please.
8.
So you test the window. See if it opens. it makes a noise, and it kind of, you tense for a moment, waiting to see if anyone heard that. And then it opens silently the rest of the way. What would you like to do?
This is a hard choice.
If Quillon is trying to actively resist temptation
Mhm.
for whatever reason, what would kind of pull him back to his senses? Like this, he's seen the valuables, he's already got the itch, the window has opened, seemingly with no one noticing. What would be like the one thing that kind of stops him from doing this?
It's that indicating that someone knows that they're there, that a blatant theft of something valuable in this state is something that would put the family on edge, and if he isn't careful, Quillon feels like he could leave an indication, something on accident, something. He doesn't want to endanger the group.
Okay. What are your drive?
Ambition and thrills?
Okay. Okay.
Is there... I'm gonna see if I can turn my attention. Is there anything else outside the jewelry box? Is there, like, a letter? Is there a...
As you look around the room, obviously the jewelry is what initially caught your attention, and then you looked towards the bed to check if anyone was there. You'd seen his mother, but not his father. So immediately high alert whether or not he is present. There seems to be no presence of him here. But as you're looking around for maybe like a pair of shoes, coat, even a handkerchief just with his initials, you don't see any telltale signs that Reginald is present here. But you do see next to the jewelry box on the dressing table is a stack of parchment, an ink bottle, and a quill.
Mm-hmm. Can I sneak in and attempt to make a rubbing to see what is the last letter he wrote? Like, basically, like, charcoal, like...
Yeah. Yeah, sure. You can mark a depletion to say you have the charcoal.
Yep.
Yep. You can sneak your way in. You're still technically hidden because you're still disappeared into the dark until you release your hold.
Yeah.
You sneak into the room. You approach the dressing table with a goal in mind to find out what was written on this dictionary. Pull out piece of charcoal and you start to rub against the top piece of paper. And a familiar set of runes appears on the paper. This letter is written in the same script that's used in the Molevin book, the language of the birds. You recognize a couple of characters, but not enough to read what this letter says. But the sign-off at the end is not written in the runes. It's written the letter R.
Quillon will fold the letter in a way as to not smear it and pocket this copy effectively.
Yeah, you still have the waterproof pouches
You
that you
do.
found. You can slip it in there, protect it.
And Quillon's hands are shaking. He's going to step out and try to close the window again.
Okay, roll me one more luck roll, please.
Oh no.
As you are, so you've sort of tiptoed your way across, one leg out the window, the other one out the window. You turn, and as you are lowering the window, the door opens.
Oh. Screwed.
And Valentino's mother makes eye contact with you. And as you lower the last part of the window, she screams.
A bat scream?
Like she screeches. So, like... And there's a lot of commotion downstairs, and you start to hear footsteps running up.
Mm-hmm. I guess this is the first opportunity I have to use this. I will use Fly Away.
Ooh. Fly away into the darkness of night. Losing any pursuers. Ah, that's handy, that is. That's perfect for this situation. Yeah. She spotted you, she screamed, people came running, but you immediately off into the darkness. It's like you were never there, and you were already hidden to begin with. The only reason she saw you was your big yellow eyes.
I imagine Quillon is like just muttering, just like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Like literally, you can hear the commotion behind you, but you're so panicked and flying that you only have like one thing in mind: is like, oh shit, oh no, oh no, oh no. And you literally, where are you going?
I'm gonna try to go like as fast as I can, like return to the group. I've got a letter. I've got this. I'll even exhaust myself to get to them as quick as possible.
Okay, sure. It's a shame now that we put the elevator at the top because you could have flown straight down there. But you spend your time hastily making your way back towards everybody else. And those of you that are at the inn, you've settled in for the night to try and get a good night's rest. And after a few hours of sleep, I think everyone can... You can clear off one exhaustion for a good night's sleep.
Awesome.
How long into the night or the situation do I get there?
Yeah. So it's around like the midnight 1 a.m. mark, where those of you who are light sleepers, or even Valentino and Jenny who are hanging upside down from the rafters, you feel this thud on the roof as Quillon lands sloppily and starts to roll down the tiles of the roof.
What the heck was that?
It feels like something fell on the roof. I don't suppose this building's falling down, do you?
No, my guess is it's Quillon.
Do you think we should let him in? I didn't leave the window open.
I'll get it. Open up the window.
I imagine when Valentino opens up the window, I literally like almost fall past the window.
He's like all like
Try.
carrying feathers and like panicked and breathing heavily.
I'll try and snatch him and pull him in. What the heck are you doing up at this hour? Waking us brought up.
There's a letter and your mother and...
My mother? What? Oh, right. Yes, you went to go speak to the Corvid conspiracy. What did they have to tell you?
No.
Yes, that's
They're in
exactly
Yellow Belt.
what you said you were going to do.
Your father's in Yellow Belt.
Well, shit. We knew he was catching up to us. And is almost no surprise that he is here. This is where it's all been converging.
I put the letter in Valentino's hands. Says,
Quillon, you, how did you find this?
took it.
From
His bedroom.
what? What were you doing? Sneaking into my father's bedroom.
I didn't.
You said you were going to speak with the Corvid conspiracy. You said, I'll get some rumors, yes.
But I didn't
You said nothing about a
fish.
stealth mission.
I was there, and they were there, and I needed to know.
You didn't. You put everyone's lives in danger. Now they know we're probably here.
They didn't catch me properly.
Properly? What's that supposed to mean?
They didn't get a good look. Your mother screamed.
Is that true, or did they not get a good look? Or
No, they didn't,
insight check?
because he was hidden by the shadows and then he used fly away to escape. So the only thing she really saw was his eyes.
You could have got us all in danger. Since if they had seen you, they would know you are with me.
You're just lucky
They might
Mother
have
had
even
terrible
enacted their
eyesight.
plan. It's true. He's blind as a bat. I had to. Right. Look. What is this letter?
Molevin.
Yes. What?
I imagine
See that?
Quillon,
Molevin
walks
is asleep
over
with a
to
look on his face.
and then
What?
Quillon walks over and
He
like
slept through
shakes
all of that.
Molevin.
Oh no, Molevin is a heavy sleeper. Yeah,
Okay.
Molevin.
and you see that he's not wearing his glasses, so his eyes are super tiny. Yes, what is it, Quillon?
Translation.
What? Let me see. There's nothing on this paper.
I put his glasses on his face.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can translate this for you. What time is it? I'm quite tired, you know.
Haven't slept. Don't know.
All right. Well, don't get all your feathers ruffled. Give me some time.
Every feather is ruffled, by the way.
Yeah,
Like, there's not an unruffled feather.
Did I miss something important?
Yes, very.
What happened?
Couldn't
Quillon
look at my
literally looks
parents.
like a crow that's fallen down the chimney.
Well, what happened with Quillon?
Nearly got caught by my mother sneaking into their I don't know, holiday home. They're here. Reginald's here.
Reginald? Oh my.
Yes.
All right, let me get my shovel ready.
And my mother. What's my mother's name?
Renata.
Renata and Reginald Rosemoon. The
What's your
combo.
sister's name?
What's his sister's
It's-
name?
Yeah.
Genevieve.
Genevieve.
Ge-
Okay. I
yeah.
thought there was like a
Genevieve.
naming. It's weird that both your parents have names that start with R, and I thought there was going to be a trend, but then there's Genevieve and Valentino. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I'm going to start translating this.
Jeez.
What am I getting, Steph, from this translation as like Quillon is like pacing behind me?
You pull out the sort of makeshift dictionary that you've been compiling over time and sit down with the letter. And it's not a letter in the sense of, dear whoever, I hope this letter finds you well, this, that, and the other. This is a series of instructions and directions. You know that Iron Body Bellows is mentioned, and you recall mention of an order for delivery coming from Iron Body to the Rosemoons. It speaks of taking it underground. And to deliver it to the workshop. But to ensure that they are not seen. And that they will pick up in 2 days' time, personally. And it is dated a day ago.
Oh,
Oh. So something's being made, it's being delivered a day ago. Well, I don't know why you guys are so worried. This doesn't seem like it's anything.
Yeah, I believe it's being delivered in 2 days, and the note is dated a day ago, so it's tomorrow is when the delivery is happening,
Yeah, it's just a delivery
Which is
notice.
today.
This is
which is
there's
today.
nothing to worry about. It's
It's
just a
being
delivery.
delivered for pickup today. And he is going to personally collect it today.
Does it have a meeting place?
It says to deliver to the
Val-
workshop.
Well, we found the workshop, didn't we?
You did?
Did we?
You did?
No,
It's
I'm
that
thinking
workshop.
about I'm thinking about the elevator room.
Yeah. That's
that a
the
workshop?
It's
Yeah.
a public workshop. Anyone can use it.
Maybe they're talking about a different workshop.
Okay. Zabrain
Gonna throw us off.
is doing overdrive. This would be the perfect time to eat crystals.
Eat crystal? What? Sorry.
Heat.
Oh, eat.
To
I was like,
warm.
that's like, why do we need to eat some crystals?
Cook crystals. Do the thing that's Gregor
Don't say cook
was doing.
crystals on stream. People might take that another way.
Gotta cook,
No.
Jesse.
Wait.
Gotta cook Ratthew.
If it's being delivered and they're trying to work secretly, they're probably working right now.
Well, Did you find anything else there, Quillon?
I mean, there was a lot of shiny things, and I didn't
Like what
take
shiny
them.
things?
A earring like Valentino's.
But we have Valentino's earring. Did you take that?
No,
Okay. Valentino,
would've
can I see your
been-
earring that you got back?
Yes. I haven't put it in yet, but yes. Show him.
Can I do a thorough inspection of this, Steph?
Yeah, of course you can.
On account that there's a chunk missing out my ear.
Cunning?
It really hurt.
Yep, funny.
I'm still upset about it.
Is that
I
a
will-
Where's
pass?
my other ear?
I
It is
will
a
mark an
pass.
exhaustion to help
Awesome.
make it a full pass.
Sure. This is
I didn't
definitely
rip out Genevieve's. Just he's going on in the background. Just still complaining about his ear.
This is definitely Valentino's earring. As you turn it round and check the underside of the cuff, you can see the engraving of Valentino's initials. It's genuine, and it's definitely Valentino's.
And it hasn't been tampered with. There's nothing odd about it. Nothing like that.
No. Genevieve let you know that as soon as it was sort of discarded, she snaffed it, and took it, which is why she had it.
Snaffed.
She snaffed it.
Okay.
Okay.
What's that?
Well, I suppose our next course of action is to
Snatching.
find out what
No, she
where this
snatched it.
The
works.
rightful owner.
I guess we got to find out where this workshop is.
Okay. It's probably the workshop we were just at.
Well, then, do we set up an ambush there, and we kill Valentino's father and mother?
Oh my god.
That's what Dark
That
Road
seems
would
like
do.
the most likely strategy. I mean,
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
Just spitballing.
Mm-hmm.
That Valentino, what do you want to do?
I want to get this over with as soon as possible. And it seems we've run out of time. I could confront my father right at the workshop. Could set a trap for him. If we get there ahead of him. What's the time right now?
It's 1 o'clock in the morning. The drop-off is set to be
Right.
this evening in the dead of night.
This evening at the dead of night,
Yes.
as in today, late, as in we've
Yeah.
got like several
Yeah.
hours.
You've got several hours, yes.
Yeah. Okay, then I think that's the plan. We need to get to the workshop, set up a trap, confront my father, and fix that damn elevator. It's not really important, it's just something that really pissed me off that we didn't finish. Right, so
Well, isn't it more important to
Let's-
go to this? I mean, maybe we don't have to confront your father, but we can at least scout out the area and see what he's up to.
I can go keep watch.
nope, no more splitting up and nearly getting caught. You're staying with us. Understood?
Quillon is pacing.
Understood. You can't keep getting into these situations.
I keep finding things out, Valentino.
Yes, and you could have also been caught, taken hostage, and then would have had no information and a hostage situation on our hands. That was very risky. And you didn't speak about it to any of us. You just did it.
But if I put myself at risk, you're not at risk.
That doesn't really apply here. It's not like you were jumping in the way of a bullet.
Not like I would tell them anything.
You don't see how you being held hostage is a problem for any of us.
I mean, you guys could still run.
I agree
You
with
know that's not
Valentino.
happening.
I think we should all stick together. Quillon, I appreciate the danger you put yourself in to further our goals, but for now, let's all go together.
All right.
So, as a group, do we want to go stake out the workshop to see what Valentino's father's up to? Is that something we can all agree upon? Or do we want to go finish with the elevator?
I'm... Workshop is pressing. We don't need to use the elevator unless we need it to get out. But we can only go one at a time.
How long do you think it'll take to finish the elevator?
I'm going to save you guys a little bit of time. Everybody who made a roll previously for the elevator, make those re-rolls for me. Quillon, how would you be assisting?
I would probably be readjusting the ropes and things.
We're not fixing this elevator. Oh, we might.
Can I mark an exhaustion to like not be terrible at this? Or a depletion, or an injury. I don't know. Can I break my leg and get it?
Have you got something?
Can I pull a muscle?
Have you got something that will assist you in this situation?
Right, because I'm holding the beams and I'm getting real tired of it. So I'm gonna mark a depletion and be like, "Thank goodness I bought these stakes to prop open my holes when I go digging, and I'll use them to prop up the beam to help relieve the strain on myself."
Okay. I will allow you to re-roll.
Oh, please.
It's probably because we skipped like the final fight. The elevator is actually supposed to be the end game, and
yeah,
we come back to it after we're like max level.
Okay. Everyone is way too stressed about the upcoming potentials within this situation that's happening. You're doing your best to get this elevator finished. But Jules, with the complexities of trying to get this to work and with how the team isn't focusing, it's more of a risk than a help, and someone's bound to get hurt.
Yeah.
Gregor and his new assistant eventually get frustrated with the rest of the party and look to you, Jules. Look, not being funny, but if you leave us some instructions, we'll just get some people around the neighborhood to help, because this lot, I'm sorry, but they're not doing...
Yeah. I'm sure you understand the gist. Like what he said.
I mean, the kid's got a pretty good grasp, so you know.
Yeah. So.
And I can do a lot of the instructing.
You'd need something that weighs approximately like this amount, which would be equal to like 1-2 people.
Yep.
And
yeah,
then
you leave them with your roll, with your cunning roll being 11. You leave them with a set of comprehensive instruction and diagram, so that they're able to complete this in your stead.
Yeah. So the actual mechanism would be there's gonna effectively be 2 lifts one being the part where people are going in, the other one being a box. And when either of them reaches the bottom floor, the lever will go to neutral position.
Average citizens
and
being
then,
stronger and more competent than us.
and then
This
when you
this is a city full
pull
of
the
people where
lever-
the main building is a library.
Yeah.
So, and miners.
Yeah, this is the only elevator currently because it's an ancient one. And when we got a nice working prototype, which this one is gonna be, there will be upgraded versions in the future when we have specialized people in this shit who we're training right now.
Right.
It's just funny.
So,
The
yeah.
guy was like, "Yeah, just leave it to us. These
I
guys
imagine
aren't
they
it."
kind of looked at sort of like, Valentino being sort of like the posh kid. Again, Jenny, very well dressed. Not
Mhm.
necessarily.
I get it. We're incompetent. Yeah, I heard you.
Quillon like finished like tying some ropes half decently and just goes, "Oh, okay."
It's fine, guys. We don't have
I
to
mean,
do everything.
We'll still make sure you guys get the credit for the upgrade, of course. But you've clearly got other things you're worried about.
Yeah, our lives.
So yeah, that
Leave it in your hands.
like Quillon will start like nodding off a clearly like conspiratorial like Corvid conspiracy like rant that most people will tend to ignore, but is absolutely like giving the truthful information.
Okay, now that other people are gonna do the elevator, what's the new plan? Ambush at the workshop?
Yes, we need to know what it is he is. Is it collecting or delivering?
So someone will be delivering something for him to collect.
Right. Yeah, we can't let that fall into my father's hands.
Yeah, you recall when you were in Iron Body, Valentino, you received word that your father's delivery or shipment would be ready soon. The odds are that this is the very same shipment.
Oh.
We have you
Is there-
impersonate your father.
Yeah.
That's assuming that the delivery is after. Well, it's assuming the delivery person is before my father gets there.
That's true. I can lie in wait and interrupt before he
We
gets
can
it.
lie in wait. Doing
can
this
create
together
an
now,
obstruction.
remember? Well, it depends. I'm more for confronting my father. So that's where I stand on it. Been meaning to talk to him for some time.
Then
I don't
should
know
we
if I just want to slink away into the shadows and avoid confrontation entirely.
hide in boxes, hide on the ceiling, hide in the machinery?
Well, we don't know until we get there. Let's go to the workshop and I guess
The workshop.
figure it out there.
Sure. You head round to the workshop. And as you
What was it
enter,
again? First way right and then left?
so it was back down towards where you went before, when you got to the fork in the road, and from there it's a right, which you're correct. And then it
No,
was
from
straight.
the fork in the
ahead.
road it was left. Left and straight. That's your description.
We have
Yeah,
no map
you're
for this.
coming from the opposite direction now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We get there! Yay!
Yeah, you get there. The workshop looks very much the same as when you left it. I feel like there's a lot of those transitions to the workshop. Yeah, it's very much how you left it. Except that the crate that contained the bone dagger is gone.
Don't think that was the delivery. That piece of junk?
Did we take the bone?
You took the dagger,
Okay.
but the box of bones was still there.
Mhm.
Can I feel the oven and feel if there's like residual heat in it, like someone used it overnight?
What, the oven?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go up to it and have a feel. The exterior doesn't feel hot, but obviously the door is still kind of off its hinges, so it's not entirely functional. So heat would have escaped quite quickly from it when they were finished. But if you put your hand inside and feel around, you can feel like the base stone in here is still slightly warm, but only just.
Was the crate a large crate?
It was fairly sizable. Not big enough for a person to fit in it. But as I said, it looked like similar to the ones that they would have delivered, like cases of wine within.
Should we try to trace the crate, or should we wait here?
Yes, check to see if there's like a delivery note, for a Mr. Reginald Rosemoon.
When you checked yesterday, there was no indication of a delivery notice, nothing. There was no markings on it at all.
I see. Is there
Okay.
not a foreman here, or?
No.
No, and there's no sign-in.
No, this is a public workshop. People can come and go as they please. They can drop things off and take things out. There's no record as long as they leave some of the equipment.
Oh.
Well,
It just seems stupid if this was a really important thing to be delivering to my father, that it would be in a public warehouse where anyone could get access to it.
hiding in plain sight is a good way to get things done. Quillon is going to see if he can track the crate, like see if there's like scrapes along the ground, if it was dragged or if it was put in like a wheeled barrow.
Sure. Roll that cunning for me, please. Nice. Yeah, you're looking for the right thing. And as you look towards the ground, you can see drag mark. And you see that they leave the workshop. You guys are kind of trodden on a lot of it by this point. But you can see where they carry on, where you haven't walked. And they do go down that from which direction you're facing, it's left. But if you were facing towards the workshop, it's the right. It's the corridor that Gregor mentioned. The Bunny Brotherhood had gone down.
It was dragged this way. I kick a helmet and break my toe and scream. Sorry. I don't know if anyone knows what I just referenced.
Yes,
Oh,
we
no,
all know
I
that.
like that. Yeah.
It's this way if we want to track the crate.
See where that went.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Let's go home.
Let's go home.
Obviously nothing.
I mean,
Oh,
you could if
great.
you really wanted to, but you know.
Let's get out of here. I'm not.
Let's
I'm
give up
done.
on the adventure and return to our homes.
You could. That's a possibility. It just kind of would ruin the ending, I guess.
It's a choice we could make.
I got a wife and 16 other kids at home. I gotta go.
We all retired to Ratthew house.
This is getting in too deep.
You head down the corridor, and you follow the drag mark. And as you walk for fairly lengthy stretch of time, and just when you're about to give up about this ever reaching anywhere, you feel like this tunnel may go on for ages, you see light in the distance. A bright purple glow.
Oh no.
And you can hear voices. Voices speaking in a language none of you recognize.
What if I use my listen in
You can attempt
ability?
that.
Will that allow me to
Learn
suddenly
a new
understand
language.
the language? Yeah.
Mhm.
Do the 13th warrior type
It
stuff?
doesn't let you understand the language. However, you can understand the emotion behind it, like reading body language in a way. You hear it's very businesslike conversation. Neither voice budging. One getting frustrated. And the other is calm and collected in this situation, knowing that they have maybe more authority or the upper hand. As you get closer, the tunnel widens out, and you see there's a set of double doors at the end of this section. One is open and one is closed. So obviously if they've dragged the crate through here, they've potentially propped one open to do so, to make sure it gets into the room. But you can see this purple light emanating from this room.
I will drink some of the tea that we got from Hagdon,
Okay.
and I hand it out to everyone.
Yeah. The tea that reduces the effect of the crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will make a note of that.
Could I try to sneak up and get a view on what's going on?
Sure. Are you just sneaking in general, yeah? Or
Yeah, I might as well. I can always
roll
mark
me a
it rush.
finesse, please.
Okay.
Is that all of us? Or...
If you're sneaking up to have a look, then yes. Okay, Quillon.
I will wait. In
I'll
the
wait,
back.
I guess.
I'll sneak up with him.
Oh, nice. The Quillon Molevin combo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Both used to slinking about in the darkness and remaining hidden. Quillon for your own observational purposes, Molevin for historical observation, to not let your presence influence anything. You both sneak your way up towards this door, and you peer into the room. It's a large chamber, domed and very well crafted, very similar to the small hidden chapel. It has that kind of churchly structure to it, so the stonework in here has been carved and there's carpentry work to make it sound. There is a long carpet that stretches down the center of the room. And you see the crate just to the left-hand side of it. And you see two figures beside the crate looking up towards the end of the room, where you see the biggest bat skull you have ever seen, and it is encrusted in purple gems, as if they've grown from the bone itself. And on top of this is a throne upon which sit Reginald Rosemoon. And that's how we're going to end the session.
Oh man! Oh man!
Damn.
Quillon and Molevin look at
Throne
each
of
other like,
Bull.
Oh man! Oh
Wait,
man!
the throne bone. The bone throne
The bone throne.
from legend. Wow. Well, thank you as always, Steph, for running.
Yes, thank you,
And
Steph.
congratulations
playing.
again. And yeah, we're definitely live next week.
Yes.
Oh,
Cool, perfect. Then yeah,
Last
we'll be
session.
back then.
Final
to-
session. We got there. We got there.
What? But we skipped the heist and the
If, if after
We-
this you want to go back and do those little things, yeah, sure, we can maybe work something out. But this is
yeah.
this is the end episode, so like
Oh my god!
Oh,
No more root.
Yeah.
What's
Goodness,
left for us
that's
after
crazy.
root?
that's crazy. Well, you you know what's after root. All right, we'll end the stream there. But yeah, bye bye for now.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.